Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com. Well, so far in the pre-market on Tuesday morning, stock index futures are slightly above fair value. We also have commodities and Bitcoin trading higher on Tuesday morning. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, there was no major economic numbers coming out in the pre-market on Monday or Tuesday this week. That doesn't start until Wednesday, and then the big number comes out on Thursday, initial jobless claims. Now, Monday turned out to be an inside day or a day of indecision for the stock market. And so it'll be more important to see if the market can break out or break down from Friday's trading range. And we'll take a look at that in a minute. And now, starting off with the VIX, or the Fear Index, it moved down yesterday at the close and closed just a penny below the lower channel line. It had an inside day yesterday. Now, remember, we've moved from watching the VIX on the right side chart to the flypaper channel, and we'll be looking for a breakout above that. Now, some people have asked me about the pros and the public when looking at the VIX index. Now, the index is not traded. Nobody buys and sells the VIX index. It is a calculation of options premiums a month in advance, and so it's not something people can trade. They can't buy it at the open, sell it at the close. So it's really hard to use this particular indicator on the index itself. Now, if you move to something that is traded, the VIX ETFs, it's a lot easier to see the difference here. And when the pros are not in control of the VIX ETFs, that is a good sign the stock market wants to move higher. So we'll be watching that very closely. A month ago, we had a spike in the VIX, and notice that the pros did not take control at that time, so they weren't overly concerned about it. And that is also true for the VIX traded on the TSX. So when the pros do take control, we'll probably see the VIX start to break out above the top of the flypaper channel, and that'll be a good sign to tell us that the next move down has started in the stock market. Looking at commodities, we were looking at commodities yesterday, and the price of gold continued to move higher up to our next price target. If we can continue to move higher from here, then 37.50 comes into play. That's also true for the GLD, which almost hit our next price target. 335.94, and we got as high as 335.67. So we did see some sellers come in up at that level to hold the price in check. And you can see our next price target for the GLD is $343.75. Now, the price of silver is stuck at our price target, both the commodity and the ETF, and looking to see if we can continue to move higher on Tuesday. Now, looking at the energy sector, crude oil had an inside day yesterday. It closed slightly higher. We are holding the August lows, and so that could be a factor going forward. The pros are not in control at the moment, but they have turned around. So on Tuesday, we could see a move up. What we'll be looking for, of course, is a breakout of Friday's range. Now, we're also stuck in the flypaper channel at the moment, so that's one of the reasons we haven't broken down through August lows just yet. We're still stuck in the flypaper channel. We're very oversold on a short-term basis, and the problem now, of course, is we may move up to the top of the flypaper channel and just get stuck there. So it is a possible trade coming up. Whether it's going to be successful or not is yet to be determined. On the other hand, natural gas moved up yesterday. The pros have taken control. We moved up to the 313 level, which was expected, and if we can start breaking out above that, then 352 would be our next target to the upside. Moving on to the major stock market ETFs, and we'll start in Toronto, and very quiet trading yesterday. There is the iShares for the TSX 60 down 5 cents, the Vanguard Canada ETF down 3 cents. The world outside of Canada was up a dime. Then we've got small caps with a small gain there yesterday of 1 penny. No major change for the energy sector on Monday. We were up a penny on the day. So very quiet trading on Monday. There was an inside day for the financials. Bank stocks had basically an inside day. New high for gold stocks, of course. Trading in sync with the price of gold. That doesn't always happen. There's no guarantee that gold goes up and gold stocks go up, especially if the stock market is having a bad day. There's an inside day for technology on Monday. No change in trend there. Looking at the U.S. market, there's an inside day for the Vanguard Total Market ETF, the Dow, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Russell 2000, small caps, micro caps, all fairly quiet yesterday. We had energy stocks move down on the day, just 20 cents. Not a major move there, but certainly a new low for this move. Then we've got financials still on a sell signal, banks still on a buy signal. Banks were unchanged on Monday, so that's how quiet the trading was. And there's a new high for the gold miners ETF. And then looking at semiconductors have come back over the past couple of days, back on a buy signal. Not something I want to chase up here. Now, when we look at the chip sector, yesterday was not all about NVIDIA, which was up on the day, but still trading below the lower channel line. It wasn't about Intel. Intel still dealing with $25. The high yesterday was $24.74. And it certainly wasn't about Advanced Micro Devices, which made a new low for this move before recovering and closing up 27 cents on the day. It was more about Marvell. That was the big winner, up over 4% on the day. Certainly no change in trend there. And then the next big winner was Broadcom, inside day for Broadcom, and then a new high for Lam Research for this move. And looks like it wants to go back up and test the August highs. And then last up, we've got Taiwan Semiconductors moving up and retesting the highs from back in July and August. Okay, that's all for this morning's presentation. Yesterday was an inside day, day of indecision. Now we're looking to see if we can break out above Friday's high or break down below Friday's high. That could be a good indication of which way the market wants to go next. Have a great Tuesday. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.